Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel AZ Learning Space. So I first really want to wish you all a very happy new year, and I want to give you a very good message. Here's to a bright new year and a fond farewell to the old. Here's to the things that are yet to come and to the memories that we hold. May you have a prosperous new year. Wishing you a happy, healthy new year. May the new year bless you with health, wealth, and happiness. This is my thought, this is my wish for all of my viewers, all of the humanity of the world, that everyone will stay safe and secure with their loved ones and with their families. Okay, so everyone, let's start it with our new year first topic today that we need to learn today. Okay, so I welcome you all to my channel. You can connect with me on the YouTube, and if you are new to my channel, so please kindly like, subscribe, and share it as many as possible. And you can also connect with us on the Instagram with the az.learning.space. Let's move forward for our today's topic. Our today's topic is types of paragraph. In the previous lesson, I taught about the paragraph elements. What are the main things that we have to consider when framing a paragraph? So if you want to watch that video, you can go back at my channel and you can look around for the paragraph elements. But today's lesson is about the types of paragraph. So I have composed some examples along with the perfect understanding of the paragraph type. Let's begin. There are 4 different kinds of paragraph. The very first is narrative paragraph, second is descriptive paragraph, the third is the expository paragraph, and the fourth is persuasive paragraphs. Many of you are familiar with all these keywords earlier, but if you do have some confusion or like unclarity, so you can develop your confirmed understanding regarding these topics into the next slides. The very first is the narrative paragraph. The narrative paragraph, there are only 2 things that needs to be considered. It is a storytelling writing, and you are writing events in the order they happen. It means you are structuring a particular paragraph, you are composing a narration into the way from which the event started or took place. For example, if you are writing a biography or an like a event or like a picnic paragraph, so you will be mentioning it from the very start, that you have wake up early in the morning and you took the bus ride and moved to a particular spot, and whatever you did onto that particular spot or that destination, what are different events took place, and then you will be mentioning the end. So I have with me here a quick example. It was July 21, 1969, the Neil Armstrong awoke with a start. It was the day he would become the first human being to ever walk on the moon. The journey had begun several days earlier when on July 16, the Apollo 11 launched from Earth headed into outer space. Okay, this is the start when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, and the very first before reaching of him, before stepping onto the moon, there is a spacecraft has been sent onto the outer space of the earth, and in which they have mentioned this about, and you can write and you can google around all these related informations from the internet as well, but I have just compiled here a small paragraph to give you a glance that how the narrative paragraph works. Hope so narrative paragraph understanding has developed. Let's move forward for the next. Now this is the descriptive paragraph, and it is one of my favorite types of writing, and mostly students I found that they composed writings into this way. Why? Because this type of paragraph is very much easier, and many of the things comes into their personal contact, means to say they have experienced the thing with their senses. So descriptive paragraph is derived from the word describe, means to say anything that you want to describe, you are describing a human. So when you are describing a particular thing or any kind of an object, so you might have touched that object, you might have seen that object, you might have tasted that object, or you can hear that object. So it is related to your senses. So this kind of paragraph works best because a child or a person has developed so many connections with that particular thing or an object. Describing a scene or an object, use of vocabulary related to senses, that is touch, taste, smell, feel, sight, or even hear. So whatever, if I will be asking you, tell me the about the French fries you just eaten. So the person will going to explain me the French fries, I took it from the McDonald's. The fries came into a red and a yellow color box because it has a label, it has a logo like M. And then what taste of the fries? The fries are crunchy, salty because for. Alright, now we have an example here. Sunset is the time of day when our sky meets the outer space solar winds. There are blue, pink, and purple swirls spinning and twisting, like clouds of balloons caught in a whirlwind. So this example is basically represents a descriptive paragraph where the person who is writing is explaining how different colors, how the different scene is creating into the sky, and how the sunset took place. Hope so it is clear. And if you do want to learn more about the descriptive paragraph, you can go into the below videos where there is a complete lesson regarding the descriptive paragraph. Now the third one is the expository paragraph. It is used to provide information, facts, instructions, and definitions, defining terms, making comparison, cause and effect relationship. Most of these paragraphs we follow, being as an educator, being as a teacher, most of these kinds of paragraphs we find at a later stage of a child, like from grade 7 onwards till their IELTS, and if you are planning to move forward for some kind of like a student visa, so in the IELTS basically they students have some quotation or some kind of like a reason, a thoughtful paragraph, or some statement sort of a paragraph where they have to define something or they have to show a relationship or make comparisons. So this type of paragraph works best into those situations. We have an example here. First, I decided I would become interested in whatever was being taught, regardless of what other people thought. I also decided I would work hard every day and never give up on any assignment. I decided to never fall behind. Finally, I decided to make school a priority over friends and fun. After implementing these changes, I became an active participant in classroom discussion. Then my test scores began to rise. Now this basically represents of a child who has lack interest into his studies. So then he thought it of that why not I focus more on my school work and making my school assignments a very first priority, then definitely this will going to affect my result. And this happened, as you have seen here, that he has improved participation in the classroom and he has or he or she got good scores in the test. So this way you are showing a particular cause and effect relationship, how one thing has been changed. Moreover, we can also whatever the definitions you have seen into the chemistry, physics or other kind of subjects, so these all represents the expository sort of paragraphs. Let's move forward for the last paragraph, persuasive paragraph. Persuasive means you are convincing someone, you are influencing some other person to get agree with your opinion or your advice. That is the simple means of this paragraph. Used to share opinions and convince others to agree or take actions. Okay, here we have a very good example. The school fair is right around the corner and tickets have just gone on sale. We are selling a limited number of tickets at a discount, so move fast and get yours while they are still available. This is going to be an event you will not want to miss. Over here what happened, the school fair tickets are selling around to the city, around to the corner, and a person is convincing to the other those viewers or to those customers that haven't purchased the school fair ticket. So they are convincing, so they are actually influencing them that they must purchase it as soon as the before the tickets gets out of stock. So you are basically giving a person a particular reason that he or she should change their mind and agree with your thought. So this way you are writing a paragraph. Most of the marketing promotions and you have seen social media campaigns, a lot of that sign up quickly for this sale, or the sale is started. So these kind of messages are like persuasive, and if the message is like you have to book like before like new year, so you get 30% discount. So these kind of messages or the paragraphs work as a persuasive writing. Hope so these all four types of paragraphs from my lesson all clear with you, and I hope that all of you have developed a very good clarity into all these things. So stay tuned everyone at AZ Learning Space, or do give us your feedback. How do you feel the lesson about the understanding of the paragraphs, different types of paragraphs? So keep like and share AZ Learning Space. Till the next lesson, I will be meeting you very soon. So just take good care of yourself and stay safe. Bye everyone. Allah Hafiz.